Hi everybody, I'm back, and today I am going to be sharing with you a recipe that I just kind of threw together. It's real simple. I'm sure a lot of you have done it before, but I had some leftover rotisserie chicken a couple weeks ago, and I thought, what can I do with this without having to throw it away? So I decided to make a chicken salad, and I wanted to spruce it up instead of just adding just boring old mayonnaise. So I'm going to make it again today because I have, again, some rotisserie chicken that you can buy from the store, and I have about a half of the chicken. Okay, so what I started out with, I crumbled it up really good, diced it up. You can put it in your food processor however big you want the pieces to be, but this is pretty much the 2 breasts of the chicken, so probably about 2 cups of shredded chicken is here. Then what I have is approximately 1 cup of finely diced celery. I have about 1 cup of finely diced red apple. You can use any kind you want. I prefer Honeycrisp because it has a little bit of sweetness and tartness to it. Half a cup of chopped toasted walnuts. You can do pecans if you'd like. And I have approximately a little over maybe a half of a cup to just under a cup of chopped, roughly chopped dried cranberries. And what you're going to do is mix in, I have to start with a half of a cup of mayo. I have a half of a tablespoon of Dijon mustard, 1 tablespoon of raw honey, and then I put some cracked pepper in there. I'm not going to put any salt until after I mix everything, and then I'm just going to basically do it to taste, okay? So real simple, but I think the apples with the cranberries give it a really nice taste. So I'm literally just going to throw it all in. And you might want to kind of mix as you go and then just add to your preference. Some people like a lot of mayo or stronger taste of mustard. You know, so play with it. It's real easy to do, and you can't really go wrong with this. So, and this gives it a nice little sweetness to it instead of like an oniony taste. So I'm going to add that. And if you cut up too much, like I said, kind of look at it as you add to the bowl. And sometimes I, over chop, and you might not want it to add too much of the extra ingredients and not have enough chicken. Or if you have extra chicken on the side, then that's even better. So what I'm going to do is literally mix that in. Let me get my spatula. Okay. And like I said, just kind of toss as you go. I think there is more than enough of the Dijon in here, and more than enough honey. So if anything, I'm going to just add a little bit of mayo, because it does look a little on the dry side for me personally. So I'm going to do a little bit more. And the first time that I whipped this together, it actually tasted really good after it sat for a while. So you might want to make this ahead of time and let the flavors marry together. Let's see how much salt I have to add. Because the rotisserie chicken also has seasoning in it, so you don't want to overdo it. But I am going to add just a little bit, maybe a 1/4 to a 1/2 of a teaspoon. And then what you can do is, what I think this recipe, because of the apples and the cranberries, I think what goes really well with this is croissant, and I also have Hawaiian rolls. So this would be really nice if you are having a little luncheon or a brunch and you want to just do a little something else on the side. And I think it would really go good with sourdough too, probably. You want to make it a little exciting, not just plain old white bread, but I suppose you can do that too. And actually, I think this needs more mayo. So I must have had more chicken than I anticipated, because you don't want everything just falling out. You do want it to stick together a little bit. So, but I made this, like I said, I kind of just whipped this up a couple weeks ago, and it was so darn delicious that I shared it with so many people, because I made more than I could eat. Okay, so what you can do is, this is good for, like I said, for a little party or a nice luncheon. And this will last in the refrigerator for several days. You know, as long as your chicken is fresh when you purchased it, this will last several days. And yeah, there you have it. A nice little lunch. There you go. Enjoy. I hope you make this, and if you do, please hit the like button and let me know what you think. Take care and have a good day.